Shalom, give our praise and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahshua, for Hakadash, Devon to the apostles of Jeremiah, shalom to the brothers doing this work. Real quick, I'll make this quick video on this guy. This guy, dude interview him. Honestly think this nigga a Jake. But, he's racist, whatever the case is. He hates black people. But he's very honest about it, which I respect. You know what I'm saying? At least he says it. But he said, black people never develop any advanced civilization. And that's wrong. And that's a spirit, because I really just read the Maccabees real quick. But real quick, of course, you got black ass niggas agreeing to it, look at the statistics. But first of all, of course, niggas is a pitiful state right now, but Esau, Edom put us in slavery for hundreds and hundreds of years. You literally held us back. You look up, I remember there's an article I read that said it would take black people, so-called black people, 200 plus years just to get on the same footing, money wise as so-called white people, and it would take Latinos 80 years. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they said them two together because they're just the same people. You know what I mean? So, of course, if you're going to put somebody in slavery for hundreds of years, of course, you're going to be way more advanced. You're going to be way more richer than them. And then on top of that, they got, the school systems is fucking garbage. Every school should be equal, but it's not, because I remember I did a study on that. Your schools, pretty much how much money getting put into it is by what the neighborhood you live in. You know what I mean? So you live in a better neighborhood, then more money goes into that school. But if you live in the hood and trash neighborhood, then you're not gonna have as much money in that going to that school. Like my school I went to didn't have, for a minute it had gym and shit, but eventually they took away the gym. They took away art. We didn't have fucking music. We didn't have shit. We just had the basics of, science, math, and, whatever the fuck else. But we didn't even have a fucking team. We didn't have a goddamn thing. All right. Because it was in the hood. If everybody was supposed to be equal and shit like that, instead of, because none of the Republicans, they love spending so much money on the military. You know what I mean? All that fucking money, you spending all these billions of dollars to fucking Ukraine and shit like that out of nowhere multiple times. Why the fuck couldn't you just put that money into schools and education and let everybody have an equal education? But you didn't. You know what I mean? So dude talking about low IQ and shit like that, which IQ shit is bullshit. All right. But anyways, of course you're going to be way more advanced than us, because you had a fucking head start. You had us in free labor for hundreds of years. And then after that, you design shit to where we're still on the bottom. I think it's called redlining, where you fucked up the housing. So, you know what I mean? I forgot what it's called. I think they purposely made it to where you can't pay your mortgage or some shit. I can't remember exactly, but the studies on that shit, like, let's not act like that shit didn't exist. If you're so smart, Esau Edom, then why are you trying so hard to keep us down and to dumb us down and to keep us in this lower state? Okay. But anyways, we did rule, of course, because we're the Israelites. All right. That's the best rule right there. And I just read Book of Maccabees. Let's go to Maccabees 14. And they were saying Simon was doing well. The Macedonians and the Romans said that Simon was doing well as being a ruler. Real quick, this is First Maccabees 14. That's a spirit. I literally just read this. 14 is 4. As for the land of Judea, that was quiet all the days of Simon. Of course, Simon was the brother of Judas Maccabees. That led the revolt. All right, against the Seleucid Empire. All right. Now it says, for he sought the goods of his nations in such wise as that evermore his authority and honor pleased him well. Okay. And he was honorable in all his acts. So in this, that he took Joppa for an haven and made a entrance to the isles of the sea, which that was a good place to as a port. You know what I mean? So he was making that was a good city, make money off of. All right, enlarged the bounds of his nation and recovered the country, and gathered together a great number of captives. All right, so he had slaves. All right, and had the dominion of Gazrea and Bashsura and the tower, and out of the which he took all uncleanness. Neither was there any resisted him. Okay, now let me go down to um. Matter of fact, let me just keep reading because this is what he had, man. This uh man, he provided virtues for the cities and set in them all manner of munition, so that his honorable name was renowned unto the end of the world. So people knew about him. He made peace in the land, and Israel rejoiced with great joy. For every man sat under his vine and fig tree, and there was none to fray them, neither was there any left in the land to fight against them. Yea, the kings themselves were overthrown in those days. Moreover, he strengthened all those that was people that were brought low and laid in the law. All right. He searched out in every container of the law, wicked person he took away. He beautified sanctuary and multiplied vessels of the temple. Now, this is the main point I wanted. Now, when it was heard at Rome and as far as Sparta, that Jonathan was dead, they was very sorry. But as soon as they heard that his brother Simon was made high priest in his stead and ruled the country and the cities therein, all right, they pretty much renewed their friendship. I'm trying to get to the point. All right, let me see. But you pretty much read on. They was both praising him, and renewing their friendship with him and so on and so forth. So we're not just niggas swinging vines and just stupid. And we was smart men, man. We was ruling, and we had uh let me see, hold on. Sirach 41, or is it Salakia 44 1. Let us now praise famous men and our fathers that begot us. The Lord had wrought great glory by them through his great power from the beginning, such as did bear rule in their kingdoms. So we bear rule, men renowned for their power. And that's just stupid, man. Just say that. Every single nation ruled at least once or twice in fucking, Moab ruled, you know what I mean? They ruling, Ammon, all these different nations ruled, so it's just stupid to say that, and that's stupid. That's crazy because niggas really think that we never ruled, that we're just stupid niggas that's just in the hood for the rest of our lives. No, we was something before Esau put us in slavery. Before Esau put us in slavery, we had him in slavery. All right. You can read that about King David. He put the Edomites in slavery. You understand that? So, like, come on, man. And it's just sad because niggas actually believe this shit. Niggas believe that we never had no type of rulership at all. That we just dumb niggas. All right. Men renowned for their power, giving counsel by their understanding, but they say we have low IQ and declaring prophecies. You know what I mean? Nigga, during slavery, you said we couldn't fucking read. It was illegal for a slave to read. So what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And niggas just take, I mean, it's true. Stupid ass nigga, man. Your oppressor did this shit to you, man. All right. Leaders of the people by their counsels and by their knowledge of learning meet for the people, for good for the people. All right. Wise, eloquent are their instructions. There was a time where people, different nations, like Ethiopians, okay, came to King Solomon to get wisdom and knowledge and understanding from him. And King Solomon was a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah, a Negro. All right. Song of Solomon 1 and 5. I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Judah, of Jerusalem. And what's the saying today? I am black but beautiful. Because comely means beautiful. Okay? As the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. You look at those tents of Kedar, matter of fact, all right, we're going to get to this too later because we didn't just root in Jerusalem. We rooted in other places too. All right. Those are the tents of Kadar. Okay. Look at that. Look at that right there. That don't look like Esau Edom. But yeah, they will lie to you and tell you that the so-called or the Israelites was so-called white people. Esau is just he's just the most smartest goddamn people on the earth. Okay? Even though IUIC is going off, but that's a hard ass picture, low key. You know what I mean? A little bit, you know what I mean? But yeah, so what was I about to do? Look not upon me because I am black, because the sun have looked upon me. Esau, Edom, you go in the sun, I mean, you might get a little tan or whatever, but the sun don't really mix too well with your skin. Okay? Because the sun looked upon me, my mother's children were angry with me. They made me the keeper of the vineyards, but my own vineyard have I not kept. See, that's perfect. They put us in slavery and we kept it. We built this fucking nation. You know what I'm saying? We built the White House. We built all this bullshit, and we still building today. You got the so-called Mexicans. They're the Israelites. They're from the tribe of Issachar. A lot of them in construction and carpentry, all that shit, man. They building. They still to this day building this shit. But our own vineyards have we not kept. So we spending so much time building Esau Edom shit that we don't have time to build our own shit. You know what I'm saying? So of course, yes, you're gonna be way more advanced than us. Because for so many years we've been under your fucking you've been our master. So what the fuck you expect? And then when we got free from slavery, you made it to where we was poor, dirt fucking poor. So even if you wanted to, and even there was Jakes making their own communities and shit like that. What did Esau do? What did Esau do? He went over there because Jacob had his own banks, his own fucking communities and all that shit. What did Esau do? Please tell me. He went over there and bombed that shit. Okay? So that has to tell you something. That has to tell you something. Why won't at least Esau Edom leave you the fuck alone and let you do your own thing? Why won't he let you do that? Okay? So don't give me that bullshit, man. Like we just, you know what I mean? Now, of course, you got 2/3 niggas they just wicked. All right? You know what I mean? But hey, when we know right mind, man, we gonna rule with righteousness and you know. But it says black rulers in Europe. History confirms that the Moors ruled in Europe, primarily Spain and Portugal, for almost 700 years. But he said we can't have a kingdom that lasts for long. 700 years, that's longer than America's been around. Okay? America been around for what, 200 and some years? You know what I'm saying? That has been, you know, known as American shit like that, and it's been at war. What, like 90 fucking 5% of the time has been a nation, a country, okay? And then on top of that, hey, it's a beautiful thing because I guarantee you it's not gonna last 300. All right. So Esau Edom, you're actually doing a more horrible job than we was because we should at least we lasted longer. It says they were known for their influence in Europe culture, but not many people know that the Moors were actually Europeans of African descent, which they was Israelites. Okay, and you can go there and yeah, see, brothers went to because brothers live in England and shit, whatever the hell, you know what I'm saying, and then they got pictures of these things. They can actually go to the goddamn castles and they made videos of, you know, um, these things. All right. Military leaders, clergy and Moors who ruled medieval Europe. All right. So yeah, so the list goes on and on. That's glorious. Look at that picture right there. Glorious. Nigga, black as hell too. But yet we're just stupid niggas. But if we're so fucking uh 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 what's it called? So stupid and shit, then why you gotta take our culture? Why you gotta whitewash everything? You know what I mean? All the pictures of medieval people are white people, and all the pictures of the Israelites are so-called white people. If we're so fucking stupid and shit, then why the fuck you taking everything from us for? All right. So yeah, man. I just want to make that quick point, man. You know, Jake. You know, Israelites are wicked as hell. I ain't gonna get that. You know, I ain't saying that's not true. You know what I mean? Jacob is as wicked as fuck. 2/3 niggas in the hood, but hey, first of all, Esau Edom, you created us to be like this, and now you pointing the finger. Look at these niggas. They stupid. They can't. You know, but you ain't slick, man. The Lord sees what you're doing. All right. But anyways, man, with that, hope is edifying, give our praise and glory to Abba Shem, Shabbat Shem, Hakadash, the balance of the process of GMS. Shalom to the brothers in this work. Stop and say shalom.